Alright, hey guys, right here. Just figure while we're at home and we got some extra time on our hands, so I'd share some stretching that you can do at home fairly simply, and some of the equipment that I use to stay limber, and so that while we're not playing softball, we still stay loose and work on some basic movements to help us with our mobility issues, and help us be able to still be explosive when we get back on the field. All right, so hang on one second, I'm going to adjust the camera angle. All right, so check it out. Got a couple different bands here. You can get them on Amazon. You can get them at TJ Maxx. I've seen some bands. You can get them at Dick's, Walmart's. They're basically regular exercise bands. First one's about an inch wide. I attach it to an overhead bar that I have in here that I do pull-ups on. You can attach it to anything that's up overhead. Door jamb, hook, anything like that. It's going to be somewhat stationary for you to be able to sort of apply some pressure and pull down on. So first stretch we're going to do today is called an overhead banded shoulder distraction, where we're actually putting pressure and pulling down on that band and allowing this shoulder joint to actually come out, be distracted out of its normal position, and allow some extra room for that joint to rotate freely. Y'all can see how this would be helpful in throwing and so on and so forth. So yeah, I'm still pretty tight from the workouts that I had to do over the weekend. Whoever came out, thank you very much. I appreciate that support. So yeah, so overhead banded distraction. If you want, you can come down on one knee as well. Make sure the same side knee as the arm that's in the band is back. And drop your head, really lean into that. You feel that stretch all the way down through the upper part of your lats, right into that pec muscle there. Okay. Following the overhead band distraction, you want to spend at least a minute on either side. Right. Make sure you hit both sides. Come to about a ½ inch wide red band. A lot easier to pull apart, and I'll perform about usually 20 pull aparts. So stand, give yourself some slack on either side of the band. Usually I stand feet underneath my hips, and just pull apart. Fire up those pec muscles, those shoulders, activate everything. Do this 20 times, you get a good little sweat going. You turn it on an angle. Again, hit both sides. It's real good. You can put it up over the top of your head and pass it back behind you. Good way to, again, open up those chests, stretch those arms, and allow those pec muscles to open up there, okay? All right, so following that, stretch those out, get some good stretch going. I'd hit the floor and start with a straddle stretch. So I just have a mat on my regular gym mats in here. I'm coming to you from my garage gym. So straddle stretch. Sit up nice and tall, always never compromising our back. Make believe that somebody's pulling you up nice and tall by that, elongating that spine. Start with a nice gentle stretch to the middle, chest to the floor, reaching out in front. Pretty tight to start. Again, spend a good 20 seconds in this position. Concentrate on that breathing, on the in through your nose, out through your mouth. On the exhale, try to stretch, and reach a little bit further. Okay? When I get done with that center position, I come on over, make believe I'm bringing my chest to my knee. And again, try not to bounce. Try just to come down as deep as you can in that position. Come back center, come opposite side then. Same thing. Okay? Once you go through center, side, side, I go back to the center again. And inevitably, you should get deeper. I like to do it about 3 times through. You should get a little deeper, a little further down, chest a little closer to the knee each time you come down, okay? You want to keep those hammies stretched. It'll help stretch that out. You'll feel that stretch kind of in that lower back area and that psoas, okay? Following the straddle stretch, usually I'll bring my feet together. Oh, again, pretty tight still. And I'll sit in a butterfly. If you can get your feet as close in as possible, good for you. I can't. So again, sit nice and tall, elongate body, and what you want to concentrate on is pressing down on those inside of those knees and sitting up nice and tall. Okay? The looser the hip flexors get, you can bring your feet in a little bit closer. Okay? You can spend some time here doing this. This is not like a 10-second stretch where your hip flexors are going to loosen up ASAP. It's going to take a little bit of time in this position. Not everybody's good at this one for whatever reason, mobility issues. This one's pretty tough for me because of my knee. So yeah, that's kind of tough. Following that, I like to bring my legs straight out, just kind of shake them out a little. And again, you can work on that flexibility of the hamstrings. Again, just sort of like folding yourself in half at your waist, bringing your chest to your knees. And you'll feel that stretch right in those hamstrings. And again, breathing, super important, guys. So many people hold their breath while they stretch. I'm not sure why. I do it sometimes as well. But yeah, just try to keep breathing through the whole stretch. And again, you hit that each time. As you're doing that, you can also, I like to grab hold of my foot and pull, just a real gentle stretch to the side. Stretches out those spinal erectors that run right down on the side of your spine. You feel that, that's a pretty good stretch there as well, okay? Following that, after I spend some time doing those on the floor, I'll come up and I'll do what I like to call inchworms. So you're in standing position, and depends how you feel about this. You can do as many as you want. Usually I stand, feet underneath my hips, bend down, walk my hands straight out on the floor in front of me. If I'm comfortable, down to a push-up, push back into downward dog. Pressing those heels into the floor. Real good stretch there for the calves, the gastroc. Again, up into your hammies. You'll feel that stretch in your shoulders as well. Drive your head back through, I call it the window. Okay, relax, and then try, as best you can, to walk your feet up back to your hands without bending the knees. Okay, and I stay right there, hands flat on the floor, or close to it, guys. It doesn't have to be flat. Stretching those hamstrings, and I slowly roll up. Okay, again, another option you could do, instead of going down into the push-up, you could just walk it on out, drive up into downward dog, pressing those hips to the ceiling, pressing your calves, your heels into the floor, and then walking the feet in to the hands, holding that position. Lean into it if you'd like, and slowly rolling up, okay? What I like to do after that, just to kind of get the core fired up and get it ready for any exercises that I may be doing, you come down into the plank position, right, up on your toes. Plank position is not like this, right? That's a lazy back. Plank position is like a hollow body position. So imagine somebody's hollowing you out, right? Toes again, see my toes, hopefully you can see them in the camera. Okay, and I can either hold here, let's say for 20 seconds, concentrating on bracing that core, or I can come down onto my forearms and do the exact same thing. Okay, if you really want to get snappy with it, I can come onto my side, create an L with the arm that I'm leaning on, feet together at the bottom, raising my hips up off the floor. So there's space here. Shorts kind of bag, you can't really see, right? Hand on your side. I don't care what you do with your hand. You can hold it up in the air and wave at your friends. Standing on the side like so. Again, bracing that core, squeezing, squeezing, squeezing everything. Even if you can hold it for a 10-second count, that's great too, okay? So, don't sit on the couch and eat bonbons. Get out, walk, practice jogging, practice sprinting, stretch, practice your air squats, and I'll come back at you tomorrow, all right? Bye.